The movie was already playing when Lily spoke, her small voice cutting through the quiet living room. "Mom, why are we watching this?" she asked. "Dad will be back soon." Emily did not turn her head right away. She sat on the couch with her legs tucked under her, hands folded tight in her lap. The light from the television washed over her face, showing lines that had not been there a few years ago. She heard Lily, but her mind was somewhere else. "It's just something to pass the time." Emily said at last. On the screen, two people talked in low voices, sharing a moment that felt close and private. Emily barely followed the plot, yet she felt every pause, every look, every silence between the characters. It reminded her of things she used to feel and no longer did. Lily shifted beside her. "Dad doesn't like these movies," she said. Emily smiled, but it was thin and quick. "Your dad isn't here right now." The words sounded heavier than she meant them to. Outside their house in a quiet Ohio suburb, rain began to fall. It was a soft rain at first, then steady, filling the evening with a dull, endless sound. Emily had always liked rainy nights. Used to mean comfort, shared dinners, laughter, Mark's voice filling the house. Now they only made the silence louder. Mark had been gone for almost 3 weeks. Another business trip? Another promise that it would be the last long one. Emily had stopped counting the days. She only noticed the empty space in the bed and the way Lily asked about her father more often than before. On the screen, the movie's music swelled. Lily frowned. "Mom, are you okay?" Emily blinked and looked down at her daughter. Lily's eyes were wide and searching, too observant for her age. "I'm fine," Emily said, "just tired." Lily nodded but did not look convinced. She leaned against Emily's side and Emily wrapped an arm around her. The warmth of her child was real, solid, grounding. Emily held on like it was the only thing keeping her steady. The movie continued, but Emily's thoughts drifted. She remembered when Mark used to rush home early just to surprise her. When he would bring takeout and insist they eat on the floor like college kids. When he looked at her like she was the only person in the room. Now their conversations were short, practical, about bills, schedules, and Lily's school. Love was still there. She believed that. But it felt buried under years of distance and missed moments. Halfway through the movie, Lily yawned. "I'm sleepy." Emily paused the screen. "Let's get you to bed." She tucked Lily in, smoothed her hair and kissed her forehead. Lily held her hand longer than usual. "Mom," Lily whispered, "promise you won't be sad." Emily's throat tightened. "I promise," she said, even though she wasn't sure she could keep it. After Lily fell asleep, Emily returned to the living room. She didn't unpause the movie. The silence felt safer than the story on the screen. She sat there, listening to the rain. Feeling the weight of the evening press down on her, her phone buzzed on the coffee table. Mark's name lit up. The screen running late again. "Probably won't be home tonight. Love you. Emily read the message twice, then a third time. She typed a reply, erased it, typed again. Finally, she sent, "Love you too. Be safe." She set the phone down, but the quiet felt even heavier now. She wondered when "love you" had become something they typed instead of said. A few minutes passed, then the phone buzzed again. This time it wasn't Mark. Emily frowned and picked it up. "Emily, it's Daniel." From the old neighborhood, her heart skipped. Daniel, the name pulled her back years in an instant. Summer evenings, long talks on front porches, laughter that came easily. Daniel had been Mark's friend first, then hers. He'd always listened. More than he spoke, always noticed when Emily felt left out. Life had moved on. Mark and Emily got married. Daniel moved away. They lost touch without meaning to. Emily stared at the message, unsure how to feel. "I moved back to town." The message continued. "Saw your light on? Hope this isn't weird." She looked toward the front window. The rain blurred the streetlights outside. The world felt small and close, like it was holding its breath. Emily didn't answer. She set the phone down again and stood up, pacing the room. Her thoughts raced. Why now? Why tonight? Why did a simple message make her chest feel tight? She told herself it meant nothing, just an old friend. Coincidence. But a part of her, a quiet part she rarely listened to, felt something stir. Not desire, not yet. Just the feeling of being seen. She went to the kitchen, poured herself a glass of water, and leaned against the counter. The house creaked softly, settling for the night. Mark's absence felt louder than ever. Emily remembered the first year of their marriage, how she and Mark couldn't get enough of each other, how they stayed up late talking about dreams. He promised he would always be present. She didn't blame him entirely. Life had pulled them in different directions. Work, responsibility, routine. Still, she missed him. Not just his body, but his attention. Her phone buzzed again. Daniel, sorry if this is bad timing. Just wanted to say hi. Emily closed her eyes. She imagined ignoring it, letting the moment pass, keeping everything simple and safe. But she also imagined replying. Just one message, just hello. She picked up the phone, her fingers hovered over the screen. Her heart beat faster, not with excitement, but with fear of crossing an invisible line dot in the other room. The paused movie reflected faintly on the dark television screen. The characters frozen mid-scene, caught between choices. Emily took a slow breath. She thought of Lily, of Mark, of the life she had built. She also thought of herself, the woman she had been, the woman she still was. Outside, the rain fell harder, tapping against the glass like a quiet question. Emily lowered the phone without typing anything. She placed it face down on the table. For now, she chose silence. She turned off the lights and went upstairs, slipping into bed alone. Mark's side was cold. She pulled the blanket around herself and stared into the darkness. Her mind replayed Lily's words. Dad will be back soon. Emily wanted to believe that was enough. She wanted to believe waiting was the right thing, as sleep slowly crept in. She wondered how long a person could wait before something inside them began to fade. Downstairs, the phone. Screen lit up once more, unseen, and the rain kept falling, steady and patient. As if time itself had decided to watch and wait with her. Morning light crept into the bedroom, pale and unsure, touching the empty side of the bed first. Emily opened her eyes before the alarm rang. She lay still, listening to the quiet house, the kind of quiet that felt too large. Mark had not come home. Again, she sat up and checked her phone. No new messages. Just the last short call from the night before, already feeling distant. Emily set the phone down and rubbed her face, trying to shake the heaviness from her chest. Downstairs, Lily was already awake, sitting at the kitchen table with a bowl of cereal. The television was on, volume low. "You're up early," Emily said. Lily shrugged. Couldn't sleep. Emily poured herself coffee and sat across from her. Lily watched her closely. Dad didn't come back. Lily said, "No, Emily." Answered, she did not try to soften it. Lily stirred her cereal slowly. "Is he mad at us?" Emily reached across the table and touched Lily's hand. "No, this isn't because of you or me. But he's always gone now," Lily said, her voice flat but her eyes bright. Emily swallowed. "I know." After Lily left for school, the house felt hollow. Emily moved from room to room, cleaning things that were already clean, folding laundry that did not need folding. Her thoughts kept drifting back to the night before, to the message she never answered, to the feeling that something had cracked open inside her near noon. Her phone buzzed again. "Daniel, I'm sorry if I crossed a line. I just wanted to say it was good to be back." Emily read the message once. Then again, she leaned against the kitchen counter, heart beating fast. She typed slowly. "It's okay. I was just surprised." The reply came almost instantly. "I get that. No pressure, just hello." Emily smiled without meaning to. The smile faded just as quickly, replaced by guilt. She told herself it was harmless, a greeting. Nothing more that afternoon. Emily went to pick Lily up from school. Lily climbed into the car and buckled her seatbelt, quiet at first. "Mom," she said as they pulled away, "do you still love Dad?" The question landed hard. "Yes," Emily said. "Of course I do." "Then, why do you look sad when he calls?" Emily tightened her grip on the steering wheel. Children notice more than adults like to admit. Sometimes love isn't enough to make things easy. Emily said carefully. Lily nodded as if she understood more than Emily expected. "I just don't want you to be lonely." Emily felt tears rise, but she blinked them back. "I won't be," she promised. That evening, Mark finally called. His face appeared on the screen, tired, older somehow. "Hey," he said. "I'm sorry I missed another night." Emily nodded. "I know you're busy." They talked about schedules, Lily's school project, the weather, safe topics. When the call ended, Emily stared at the blank screen. She realized she couldn't remember the last time they had talked about feelings. Later, after Lily went to bed, Emily sat alone again. She did not turn on the movie this time. She picked up her phone. "How's being back treating you?" She typed "Neil," replied a minute later. Strange, familiar. Like walking into an old song. They exchanged a few messages. Nothing risky. Just memories. Small laughs. The kind of conversation that flowed without effort. Emily felt lighter and hated herself for it. Days passed like this. Mark stayed away longer than promised. Daniel remained a quiet presence through short messages and chance thoughts. Emily told herself she was still doing the right thing. Still waiting. One evening, Lily asked, "Can we watch that movie again?" Emily hesitated, then nodded. They sat together on the couch. Halfway through, Lily turned to her. "Mom," she said softly, "why do grown-ups always look scared in love movies?" Emily thought for a moment. "'Cause loving someone means you can lose them." Lily leaned against her. "I don't want you to lose Dad." Emily kissed her hair. "Neither do I." That night, after Lily fell asleep, there was a knock at the door. Emily froze. Another knock. Gentle, not urgent. She looked through the peephole. Daniel stood on the porch, hands in his jacket pockets, rain on his shoulders. Her heart raced. She opened the door only a little. "I'm sorry," Daniel said quickly. "I shouldn't have come." I just thought. Emily shook her head. "It's okay. I just didn't expect this." "I won't stay," he said. "I just wanted to say I'm glad you're okay." They stood there in silence, the air thick with things unsaid. "You should go," Emily said, though her voice lacked strength. Daniel nodded. "Yeah, you're right." As he turned away, Emily felt a sharp ache. "Daniel," she said. He looked back. "Thank you," she said, "for reminding me I still exist." He smiled sadly. "You always did." He left. Emily closed the door and leaned against it, breathing hard. She had not touched him, had not crossed any clear line, but something inside her had shifted. The next morning, Mark came home. Lily ran to him, wrapping her arms around his waist. Emily watched them, heart full and broken at the same time. Mark hugged Emily too. "I'll make it up to you," he said. "I promise." Emily nodded, but the promise felt fragile. That night, as Mark slept beside her, Emily stared at the ceiling. She thought of the life she wanted, of the woman she had become, of the quiet truth she could no longer ignore. She did not know what the future would bring. She only knew that watching and waiting was no longer enough. And somewhere deep inside, Emily understood that love, real love, demanded more than absence, more than delay. It demanded presence and a choice.